The hottest under the sun.
Alright, folks, this is your local random hero speaking. Once again, you know, I saw something in the news on MSN, right? It says, I'm going to read y'all the article for the beginning of the article first. Alright? It says, woman beaten after meeting man on Myspace, right? So that sort of gives it off what I'm talking about, right? It says, police say a woman was beaten, kidnapped, and robbed by someone she met on the social network site Myspace.com. Investigators say it's an unfortunate case of stranger danger and a lesson for people to be careful. It happens all the time. People chat, care, pictures, and add friends on Myspace. Myspace.com urges users to be careful because people often aren't who they claim to be. The victim doesn't want to be identified, but says she learned lessons from a vicious beating. The victim says Deronne Miller contacted her on Myspace.com. They chatted. She thought they struck up a friendship and decided to meet him and attend a family reunion. They met at the best value in. Okay, she wasn't expecting this other guy. I'm not gonna call no names. Once inside a room, she says both beat her up badly. She's got a cracked nose, big bruises, and stitches in her head. She says them two guys wasn't allowed her to leave the motel room for half an hour. The vicious beating stole car, purse, and debit card. She said it was a planned attack from the beginning for those first Myspace.com messages. The family found her car a few days later abandoned along Billy Graham Parkway, which is in Charlotte. In between, the victims saying them two guys called her and told her if she wanted her car back and purse back, she'll have to meet them again. Police caught and charged both with kidnapping, car theft, robbery, and assault. Investigators say her attack is a perfect example of internet stranger danger. The victims say it's a lesson learned. Now she's sharing the story with friends on Myspace.com, but under a different profile. Wow. Myspace.com doesn't offer tips. Myspace does offer tips for safety, including not agreeing to meet strangers unless it's a public place or you with a trusted adult. Both suspects are in jail until August the 8th, right? Okay. This don't make no sense. Seriously. This really don't make no sense, okay? Number one, this is my question. Just from reading this article, right? My question to this woman is, why in the flip mode would you want to meet somebody at the best value in? Unless you was planning to do something with them. Come on. That don't make no sense. You know? It just goes back, and my thing is, right? Why would you want to, why? Come on, it's MySpace. Why you want to meet somebody, if you're that desperate to meet a man, I understand about internet dating, some people do it, some people don't, it just depends on who they are, right? But, my thing is, why are you going to blame it on MySpace? You can't blame that on MySpace. I understand if they met on MySpace, right? But it's not MySpace's fault that they met, for the simple fact that people want to sit back here and always down MySpace. MySpace is not a bad place to just to have friends and talk to friends and stuff like this, and sit back here and say, hey, what you doing tonight? Blase, blase, and meet them. Like at the end of this article, say in a public place. But why in the hell would you want to sit back here and meet somebody at the best value in Monroe? That don't make no damn sense. My question to her is, what the hell did she have on her mind? Seriously, what did she have on her mind? She wasn't going just to meet him to go to a family reunion. She was meeting for something else, a little extracurricular activities, if you want my opinion. This just don't make no sense. She's, I understand. Okay, then let's go back. Let's think back a couple months back, to the Dr. Phil show, right? There was this one woman who ran away from Michigan, one girl who ran away from Michigan to be with this one guy, right? And everybody was sitting back here throwing it up on MySpace, right? Okay, why are you gonna blame MySpace once again? It is not MySpace's fault. You got Yahoo. You know, there's probably some stories about Yahoo's going on, but now, like, I sit back and watch. MySpace is actually getting a lot of heat for a lot of shit that they didn't even do. You know, why don't the media come out here and say, hey, on Yahoo.com or Yahoo Instant Messenger or basically Hotmail or MSN Live, you know, but it's always MySpace. This just don't make no sense, you know. But the thing I don't understand is, why in the hell did she go meet these guys without really knowing them? Come on. But I could say this is I could sit back here and just profile this woman and say, yeah, this is a white girl, you know, for the simple fact that she had debit cards. I can sit back here and say that, I can profile that because this sound like something a white person would do. But that might have been a sister who sat back here and got an ass beat, or a Mexican girl. But didn't say, so I can't sit back here and profile. That would be racist of me to sit back here and profile and say the things that I want to say, but I'm not a racist, once again. But the thing is, it seems like everybody sitting back here just pointing their fingers towards MySpace, which is wrong. You don't blame MySpace for something that the kids for somebody else does wrong. Okay, you know, everybody got that choice. She could have sat back and told them guys, no, I don't want to meet you. She could have honestly opened her mouth and said, no, I'm not going to meet you. We could just keep it on the internet. Or we could sit back here and just talk over the phone. She could have actually said that. Because she, at some point in time, she could have known something wasn't right about these guys. You could tell something not right about people just by normal conversation. And you can but most people aren't intelligent enough to sit back here and say, hey, something's not right about this guy, so I'm still gonna meet this guy. But what most people do is look with their eyes, or try looking for guys off the internet when they need to be listening to with their damn ear, and sit back here saying, just in case the guy sit back here saying, well, I'm into this type of thing, I'm just into this type of thing. And if it's not something that you know to, a ring should go off in your head, and you should be like, wait 1 minute, something's not right here. But people aren't. Instead, people gonna sit back here and be like, hey, you know, I don't care. This guy looks good. You know, he showed me his private part. She showed me her private part. She got some big titties or something like that. You know, her pussy looks extra fat or something. You know, and they gonna sit back here and jump in it. People, look before you leap. Like I said, that right there, it's sad. You know, but in a way, I could actually say to a point, I want to say she deserves it, but nobody don't deserve to get their ass beat. But she shouldn't have met that. She should not have met them guys at the best value in. That guy at the best value in. There's no telling what the hell, you know, what the hell they was planning. Hell, they could have cut her damn head off and murdered her ass, you know? I'm not trying to give no ideas, but that's one of the possibilities that could have happened. There's no telling, you know? Just like this one woman, this one older woman who got basically cyberbullied this one girl to get killed, and they blamed it on MySpace, right? 13-year-old girl, right? My question is this: Mama, wasn't you monitoring your daughter, the conversations she had? What the fuck is a 13-year-old doing on fucking MySpace? I don't understand that. Hell, personally, I can't understand that. Hell, but my thing is, I wish the internet came up with some kind of way that if you was an idiot, you can't use it, you know? Because a lot of these idiot parents is raising idiots children and sitting back here looking for everybody else to blame. Next time somebody blame MySpace, it's just sad. People are not grown enough to take their own responsibility. Alright, this is your local random hero speaking. And I guess I will talk to y'all folks later. Bye.
Welcome to Misery, punk. We deep rooted in this, you know what I'm saying? KCMO, KCK, you know what I'm saying? That's how we do it. Tech 9 in this piece. Certain music represent. Welcome to Misery, where the killers pop it over. When I say pop it up, I mean they look with the